In this week's edition of Honourable Histories, we're going to think about someone with the best name ever. He was called Andrew. In fact, he was called Brother Andrew. He was born in Holland in the late 1920s, and he ended up smuggling Bibles behind the Iron Curtain. His story is a story of daring do, of bravery in the army, not caring whether he lived or died, of a broken ankle, of witnessing to people in the factory where he worked. And one of the great things about his story is that he prays ridiculous prayers, the sort of prayers only God could possibly answer. And God answers those prayers time and time and time again. We're going to hear Naomi read out a quote from Brother Andrew, and then we're going to see a real life event that happened behind the Iron Curtain many years ago.
I have come to see clearly that life is more than self. It is more than doing what I want, striving for what will benefit me, dreaming of all I can be. Life is all about my relationship with God. There is no higher calling, no loftier dream, and no greater goal to live, breathe, and be poured out for Jesus Christ.
On one occasion, behind the Iron Curtain, Brother Andrew was in a queue trying to get through a border crossing. Before leaving, he'd carefully hidden many Bibles and tracts in his car. But as he queued, the cars ahead were subjected to vigorous, careful searches. 45 minutes, 30 minutes, 50 minutes, everything taken out of them. And Brother Andrew realised he was trying to do this in his own strength and not leaving it up to God. So as he sat in the queue, he reached in his car and started making the Bibles very obvious. He slipped Bibles and tracts out of the different places they were hidden and put them in plain sight, all the while looking in front of him at ferocious guards and watching other cars being searched in extraordinary detail. Having placed Bibles in plain sight around his car, Brother Andrew took time to shut his eyes and to pray the smuggler's prayer. Lord, on earth you made blind eyes see. Please now make seeing eyes blind. And with the car clearly full of God's word, Brother Andrew approached the checkpoint and saw the ferocious guard, who waved him straight through. And as Brother Andrew looked in the rearview mirror and accelerated on, praising the Lord, he saw the car behind him stopped and vigorously searched. Throughout Brother Andrew's life, he prayed extraordinarily big prayers, and he saw God answer them time after time after time. And the God he worshipped is the God that we worship. He was obsessed by Jesus, who he knew by the work of the Spirit through the Bible. The encouragement for all of us is to pray big prayers to that big, promise-making, promise-keeping God. Pray those big prayers and wait for God to answer them.